equals stir split. This is information. And then we'll split it by space. Okay. So within here, if I wanted to say, okay, what position is in or something like that, or let's see how, no, I'm actually trying to think of a better, well, okay, yeah, this will work. So if I wanted to know what position information was in, I would have to for loop through the whole loop to get to it. So AB, OBJ, so if B equals information, yeah, lowercase message box A, which will give you the index of it, so that'll tell you 3. So one of the things, especially like if I'm looping over big data or big amounts of data, and I know there's a key that I want to keep track of, and if I see that key again, I just like discount the information or whatever. So, but let's go ahead and say obj colon equals. So this will be information 3. This one is 2. So those are the positions where it was. So the information can easily be gotten rather than using this and for looping through it, just obj dot information.
Right. Gives you.
So 3.
Right.
Rather than having to loop through.
Right.
And it doesn't really save a ton of time, but if you're pushing in like a meg of data or something that's key value paired, and you're like, okay, well, let's loop through on the 7,000th iteration. You're looping through 7,000 different things to see if there's a duplicate within the information.
Yeah.
When you can take and push the information that you want to check for duplicates into the key and set the value to something like 1, I do that constantly, so that okay, hey, I'm looping through this data. Yeah, this is already in here. Discount it.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that to Ryan. That it's great for storing those as the key, because you can easily detect if it's already in there and dedupe things that way, and access it however, the value however you want. Yeah.
Right. And it's one of the things I do like with what I'm doing with the application for Alliance. Populate reports. There we go. So I come in here and I obviously create or go through the database, get the information that I want. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm saying, all right, OBJ report vehicle. So if there is not something in obj.report vehicle, and I instantiate OBJ up here.
Right.
So it's just a blank object, and I normally would call it duplicate or something like that, but for whatever reason I called it OBJ. Usually it would be DUP for duplicate or whatever. So I'll check, okay, is obj.report vehicle a thing? If it isn't, then it comes in here and it creates a parent tree view item so that I have a parent to work on. And everything else, let's go ahead and, where was that? Sorry, brain here, the vehicle from reports, okay. So, oh, that's right, I don't have any reports. Crap, I can't properly display it. But each one of the reports in here is an ID of the report, the date when the report was done, employee who submitted the report, and the vehicle number which they did the report on. So when I put it into a tree view, I want to know, I'm sorting it by vehicle. So that's what, so if there's 20 reports on that one vehicle, if you don't check to see if that parent node has been created, you're going to have the vehicle number 20, 30, 40 times, depending on how many reports there are.
Right.
But if you push it into an object, because what I do is
Right.
then right
That
after
nests
that,
everything under it. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so let's store in the object the tree view value that was returned from creating that parent node. Then every time you need to use it later on for anything that goes beneath it, you can access that information right there.
Help me understand though, but the tree view value that's the row in the tree view, or that's literally the data?
Well, no, the tree view, a tree view assigns an HWND to each item in that tree view.
Oh wow. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Right.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff you can actually do. You can query the tree view. You can send it a message that you can get like where it is in relationship to the current position of the window, and get the actual XY coordinates, how where it's at, the width, the height,
Hmm.
everything of that instance within the tree view.
And each item, not even row, it's each item you said is.
Right. Well, there's no technically rows
Oh,
for tree views. They're weird.
okay.
Yeah, because
We got to start making little mini series of covering some of this GUI stuff that you've done, because it's amazing how well you know it and can explain it.
yeah. So let's go ahead and
AutoHotkey if they knew how easy it was.
yeah, it's really not bad. Okay, so we're gonna put this in there. TV colon equals this, and then return escape x of that return. Okay, so you'll know. Okay, so I should probably increase the size of the font too. GUI. Oops. Font size 15. Sure. Okay. So now I've got a root item. It's called this. All right. So now if you message box TV, it'll tell you, okay, this here,
Yeah.
this is associated with this number.
Yeah.
So if I want to, I'm sorry?
That's the HWND?
It's kind of like an HWND. I don't know if it's a true HWND. Actually, it might be. Because, yeah, when you send messages to it, you send it to that address.
Okay.
So it is a window handle of the sorts. So let's say you want to take and put something under that tree view in a child branch. So you do TV add under comma, and then this is the parent item ID. So that would be TV. That's what we return from there. And then we'll do, well, not focus, but at least viz to show it. So now we've got something under it because we told it where the parent was.
Yeah. Oh, it's so easy.
Yeah, there's hardly anything to it. And you can build all sorts of stuff. And when you do this with HT or XML, it is so amazingly simple because it's built like a tree view.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, the structure is there.
Yeah, everything. And what's fun is you start building the tree view on it. All right, let me include XML XX colon equals new XML stuff XX dots add. So let's go, oops, parent colon equals stuff. And then, oh, I guess I should recreate it the same way, huh? This, and then XX dot under, oops. Oh yeah, I gotta refresh Code Explorer, resize. Let's just change the theme here real quick. Come on. I know you can. Oh, no, you guess you couldn't. Yeah, still not big enough. Let's go ahead a little bit bigger. Apparently, I'm not clicking right. There we go. Okay. So XX under. Oh. One moment. So include XML. Oh, right. Studio doesn't work very well in um, new folder, XML, and I know. Calm down. So now it should work. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna say we're gonna go under. I'm
By the
sorry.
way, finish your statement earlier. Studio doesn't work well under what, or what were you saying?
If you're using a untitled project and you start including stuff,
Yeah.
the autocomplete will not work properly.
Okay, because I've been running into that. That's why I was curious of, like, oh, I just refresh it. I'm like, okay, it works now, but I'd run
Well,
into.
most of the time, especially when you do includes this way,
Uh-huh.
it just won't work until you actually save the project so it can properly build the file structure around it.
Huh. Okay.
So under this, yeah, let's give it a name. Name this. Oh yeah, wrap that up. There we go. So under parent, we're gonna call. We'll just call this parent, child, and name is under. Okay. So now we've got a structure xx.transform. So if you do that, oh, come on, fingers. So now, oh yeah, let's do it in an actual message box. Or you know what? Let's just do this, regex replace haystack of /t with 5 spaces. There we go. It's a little more indented so you can see it.
Yeah.
So now you've got this and under, just like I was doing here, and this will be under, under will be under this. You got to say that funny. But so now what I would do to build this tree view out of this XML, let's go ahead and get rid of that because we don't need it. Font, okay, good. So you would build xx.sn for select nodes. Then the path we want to do, the top level is stuff, but we want all the descendants below that. So now we've got everything selected. Now all we have to do is TV add. The name is going to be ea.name because that's the attribute of name for each one. And then the parent item is going to be SSN AA dot parent node comma at TV dot text. Okay, so then we wrap this in AA dot set attribute TV comma that. So when we run it, oh yeah, let's get rid of that. So this is above under, or the under is under this. So I've built the same structure that I did before in adding it individually, but I've built it up within here. So let's say I want to go further. Xx dot under. So this is top. We'll call it top. So we're going under top. We're going to call this one grandchild. Doesn't matter what you call it. It's just the node name because all we're really interested in is the names. So now we're going further under. We run it. And this under, and it's even further under. So let me get rid of this. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah. So you're to summarize, you're adding to the XML, but the Treeview is automatically getting fed with
The
that structure.
Treeview is getting fed because the structure of the XML. Let me add a GUI add edits x plus m with 500 height 500. So GUI control HLND edits. Subcommand edits. Then this will be, oh, right, XX square bracket, XX, oops, transform, there we go. So, let's get rid of the wrapping, make it a little wider. Let's go 800, sure. And then minus wrap, there we go. So there's the structure in XML format. And you'll notice that each one of these has the tree view value of what that node is. So I guess I should have worded this differently. So the node under here is a tree, or has a tree view value of 115846. So the reason it builds it the way that I've created it is because I've stored each tree view value in its node.
Yeah, no, I get it. Right.
So you can just
that
go
gives
to
you the
town.
mapping. Yeah.
Yeah. So I use, if I build a tree view, 9 times out of 10, what's running it is an XML.
Because of that. Yeah.
Because of the structure.
Right.
Because I can put whatever data in any which manner I want.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry
and
about
it just pukes it right in. 3 lines of code, it's done.
Yeah.
Well, 4 technically, I guess. If I get rid of the parentheses, or the.
Yeah, and then it's just a matter of getting your data structured in the XML the way you want it, which
right.
Yeah. And you're not keeping track of all this other crap of. Well, you are. I mean, it's just automated though.
Yeah, I'm not keeping track of it personally. The XML,
Right.
the structure that I've
stored.
The time that it took to create the structure up here allows for me to just let the inherent XML properties deal with it. Oh, the day I learned that, I was like, really? Whoa. Because I would build complicated, well, everything in Studio, all of these menus are built in XML. That, and then a subdirectories of subdirectories, some of them get, 2 and 3 and 4 deep. Same basic principle with tree views and everything else. This is just a tree view that's built sideways. So yeah, XML and tree views go super hand in hand. You can do so much with it. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it's fun.